Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. Today I'm doing a story time about the time masked robbers broke into my house. If you're looking at my face and thinking what the fuck, it's because today is a Halloween special. And it may not be so scary to you, but it is scary to me because it actually happened to me, you know. It's not a nice experience. So I thought, what a better time to say it than on Halloween. And as well, I couldn't really think of others. I know I've had scarier stories, but I just can't think of them at the moment, especially because this is last minute, so this will have to do. But yes, masked robbers broke into my house when I was in first year of college, so I was about 16, and it was the most scariest experience I've ever had. By the way, if you're looking at my face and thinking, what am I meant to be? It's supposed to be a melted face slash pumpkin slash galaxy at the bottom. It looks like I have a beard right now, especially at this like distance, but you know. So yeah, I was about 16 when it happened, and I used to be in the room opposite, which is towards the front of the house. And at the time I didn't have just the normal bed, I had a bunk bed. That bunk bed was made by my mum and her friend, and I must say that was the most wobbliest bed I've ever had, and it was mighty dangerous that they let me sleep on that for how many years, when if you made too much movement it'll go like I was sure that one day it was just gonna fall apart and just fall forwards, because like especially when people came on my bed and they didn't know that it was so wobbly, they like panicked, and like I was scared. I was even scared to have people on that bed because imagine. Anyway, so yeah, I was sleeping on that bed, and at the time my mum was married to her husband. Let's call him Mark. So yeah, she was married to her then husband called Mark. From time to time he would go out, and yeah, he'll come back in the evening. Not from time, let me just get up. So it was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and Mark had just come back from not a night out, but he stayed out late. So yeah, night out because he's come back in the night, innit? But it wasn't like a club or something, I'm guessing. I think he was playing pool or something. And yeah, he came back about 1ish. Around 2 or 3, everyone was in bed sleeping. I was in my room, my mum was in the room, her room with her husband, and that is below me, below my room. Well, my room now, so it's below me now. So yeah, they were a floor below and they were sleeping as well. It was such a weird experience because I was so into my dream that I had woken up and I could hear voices downstairs, and I don't know why I thought my mum's friends had come into the house and they were speaking to her. Like, I was so disoriented, I had no idea like there were robbers in my house and they were not talking friendly. But I couldn't hear properly because I was still just waking up. So when I heard it the first time, I thought they were just talking loud, and I kind of fell back asleep. But then I heard screaming, and yeah, my body, I don't know how to explain it, all I felt was doof. My body just felt weak. You know when you know something bad is happening and you don't know what the hell to do? That's how I felt. I felt so useless in that moment and so scared. I remember I just called the police. Sometimes police are so useless. Called the police, and I was like whispering because I didn't want them to hear me. Whilst I was on the phone, by the way, all I could hear was, there's no money, there's no money. And my mom's husband, his English wasn't very good looking. His English wasn't very well. Only people that listen to my accounting will understand that joke. Anyway, so yeah, his English isn't very good. And he was just going, no monies. That's how it sounds. No monies, no monies. And my mom's like, ay! And I don't know what's going on. I'm just freaking out. I'm crying. I'm shaking. And I'm on friend said, please hurry, on the phone to the police, saying, oh, these men could not hear me. Like, they couldn't hear me. And I kept repeating, but I'm whispering, I'm like, please come quickly, there's robbers in the house. They're like, what? Robbers? Could you please specify where you live? What was that? Oh my god. And then I had to, like, I could hear footsteps, so I panicked and I turned off the phone. Please tell me why the police decided to call me back and my phone went off. The way I quickly turned off that call, I either answered it or turned it off, and if I did answer it, I just like left it on the side so they could hear. I just heard like noise, I heard banging, I heard my mum and her husband shouting, please, no, help. My mum screaming, help, help. She's banging on the wall that's connected to the next door neighbour's house so they can hear. But it's like no one was hearing this. It's like no one understood what was going on in the house. Maybe they just thought we were being noisy, which we're not always noisy, but you wouldn't think, oh, they have robbers in the house. But the way we were banging, you kind of will. You think, okay, let me like call the police because something's going on. Even if I thought they were making noise, but I wasn't 100% sure, I'm gonna call the police because something's not right. Then I could hear the footsteps going towards my room. Oh my god. I just remember, because I forgot to mention, my bunk bed was quite close to the ceiling. Like there was only so much, you couldn't really sit up. No, it's not happening, not on that bed. I just remember I was laying on my side and I had the covers like that, and I was like squeezing my eyes tight because I was so scared. Like they were literally in front of my door, and then all of a sudden all I hear is smash, and then it's like they disappeared. Oh my god, when I think about it, it gives me shivers. But yeah, they disappeared. I just stayed in bed. I feel so guilty about this that I didn't go and like check to see if my mum was okay or something, because I was just so scared. So my mum came, she was calling my name to see if I was okay. She was all shaken up. I just felt so bad for her, and she was like crying. The police finally came. They're always coming late, aren't they? Never on time. They like took down everything that happened. The house was a mess because they were looking for money. When the police got there, I like sat down with them, and the thing that was happening, the reason why they came was because my mum's ex-husband, he used to be, let's call him a show off a bit. So when he had money, he liked to like show that he had money. So instead of him carrying little cash with him or not bringing it out in a big ass pile, he would like to and then take out the five. No, I'm joking. But he did take out a bunch of money, and then obviously you have to be careful with doing that because there's always evil people or people with like negative thoughts, people that are looking to hurt you in order to get that, and especially the parts that he hangs out, it weren't like, I wouldn't say it was the safest. Like I don't think so. So yeah, when he came home, they must have followed him to the house, and then from there, like, you know what happened, they broke in. They came in the room and they switched on the light, and then my mum was like, oh. They were all in black masks, and my mum, obviously she like screamed when she saw that, and her husband, because who expects to see 3 or 4 masked men standing in your room at 3 o'clock in the morning? That's fucking scary. Whew, whew, I have to go sleep after this. This is a bad idea. And then on top of that, they were armed. I think either 2 of them were armed. I don't even know how many were armed. There must have been more than 3. I don't know how many people were in this house, but there were more. It was 3 or more. Okay. And one of them was aggressive. So he was the one that kept on asking, where's the money, where's the money, to my mum and her husband. And then he started to get physical. He had a hammer and he was hitting Mark with the hammer every time, so he would like tell him where the money is. But the thing is Mark doesn't have money. He just had money that day, but he spent it all, so he didn't have money. Like, maybe he had little money, but he didn't have money that day. Like, they thought this house was gonna be filled with money or something worth a lot of money. No. So obviously when they came, they were like, no, don't fuck with us, because we seen you and you had a lot of money, so we know you got money, but we didn't. So yeah, they were hitting him with a hammer. And then my mum has, I don't know if you like must have seen it somewhere. You know those, when you go to like Fort Park or something and you play those like side games where you can win teddies? Well, my mum has like a big tiger, you know the tiger ones, like the full tiger, and it's big, so it's the length of my body, I'm gonna roughly, without my head. Mark covered his, like, tried to cover himself with the teddy to block the blows, but he did get hit a few times. And then the time where I heard the robbers at my door, my room door, and then they had disappeared, it was because Mark, he had broke the glass in the window and started screaming for help, and that's what made them panic, and that's why they left. Otherwise they would have come in my room and God knows what they would have done to me. They could have used me as a way to get the money as well, or I don't know, but I was so scared. I can talk about it now and laugh now, but at the time I was so scared, to, especially in the night when I had to go to sleep. I was so scared, and my sister weren't here, so I couldn't really talk to her about it. Like, I could talk to her on the phone, but you know, it's different when like your sister's actually here. Maybe she could have slept with me that, like, for a few nights, because I was scared. Didn't want to sleep alone. But I'm not sleeping with my mom's ex-husband and her in her bed. That's just weird. One, and so tight, like uncomfortable. No. But yeah, I think that same day that this all happened, I did go to college, and I was like, yeah, my house got robbed. Do you know what? This must have been before, actually, way before. This wasn't during college, because this man was long gone. What happened in college was the fire. So this must have been, I was thinking I'm being a bit of a chicken to be in college. So no, probably 14 or 15. I don't even know anymore, but I was young. Gang, I was young. The way they got in is they broke, I don't know how we didn't hear this honestly, but they broke the door, like where the lock is there. I don't know what they did to it, but they destroyed it so that they could come in. I don't know how they did it so quietly. I thought like maybe one of us would have heard something, but either we were in a deep sleep, or they did it so quietly. So now, like, since then, we had a gate. There's our door, and then there's a gate in the front, which you can open and close. You can't lock that. But then we have a gate right next to our door as well, like in front, and you can lock that as well, but we never did. So since then, we always lock it. We're so paranoid, and we never put on the bottom lock, we just left it. So in England, if you're not from here, when you shut your door, it automatically locks. I don't know if all of the houses are like that, but I know some houses in America you have to put on the lock, otherwise the door is just left up. Like, you can, anyone from the outside can open it, but no, here you push the door closed, you can't open it from the outside. I don't know why I'm going that way, the outside. So yeah, we just had that, the normal lock on. We didn't have the bottom lock, which is an extra lock. So we put on the extra lock as well now. We put on the latch as well. and we put on, you know, the one, I don't remember what you call it, but so you can open your door but it won't open completely type of thing. That thing, I don't know what to call it. So yeah, we're extra protective now. And this is almost impossible to break through that door. You're gonna have to do a hell of a lot to get through that, all that full shebang, you know. Honestly, I think if Mark was more responsible with his money and how like he displayed it, if he weren't so obvious, then I really don't think that we would have got robbed that day or any other day, because it never happened to us before, and it makes sense like why they followed him. But if he wasn't flashing his money, then this never would have happened. So yeah, I was quite pissed about that. At the end, me, Mum and Mark, we had to go hospital. Mark had cuts on his arm and stuff, and he had like bruises and stuff. I don't think the robber managed to break anything, like any bones or anything. No, he didn't. But he was in quite a bit of pain after that. But when we were in the hospital, we were kind of like giggling about it. Like, it was slight shock and slight like, I can't believe that just happened. Like, really, like it was funny to think, like, it's not funny, but to think about Mark having to block himself with this big ass tiger. Yeah, hilarious. Now the tiger, it used to sit up like, let's say the tiger is like that. It used to be upwards. Oh, now it's like that. The neck is finished. But yeah, that's the story. We never got, I think they stole a few little things, but nothing major, I don't think. They never found those people. Well, we know why it happened. Yeah, and they never came back, obviously. This is years later, and we good now, you know. We ain't got no money to steal, and they know that now. They knew it was such a waste of time. They must have been so pissed. Like, oh, for fuck's sake. It was a traumatizing experience. So the message behind the story is, please, guys, please secure your house, especially before you go to sleep, because you never know. And don't flaunt your money. Be careful of who's around you, who's watching you whilst you're doing these things, because you never know. People have evil minds, like I said before. And then let me just come close to you so you can see my face. I put on some dribbles. Dribbles. I put on some melting skin. This was rushed. Literally, I did this at 12 in the morning. It is now, what time is it? Probably about 1:32. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and make sure you press that notification to be notified for my next video. I think I'll do another story time soon, as I've done 2 makeup videos, or 3. I think I've done 3. So yeah, I've been a bit inconsistent with the story times, and so I will do another one soon. Again, subscribe so you can be notified of when I put that up. I don't know what's going on with my accent, I'm sorry. And happy Halloween!